Ross and Ingrid Thompson only thought they knew the meaning of the word hope when they named their newborn daughter Alexandra Hope. But 12 years later, the word would take on an even deeper meaning when Alex was diagnosed with a brain tumor. It began as a typical Monday at Hewitt-Trussville Middle School, where Alex was a 7th grader. Typical, that is, until the pain struck.
In the blink of the eye, felt like it was right on my forehead, and it was felt like a hammer. And I went to the bathroom, and I got sick there, and the nurse at the school came and got me.
At first, her parents, both registered nurses, thought Alex had a stomach virus.
After 2 or 3 days, we weren't comfortable with that anymore. She wasn't getting better, so it was time to go to the doctor, and that's what we did.
Even after the pediatrician recommended further testing at Children's of Alabama, Ingrid and Ross were not alarmed.
We kind of knew that that's what they were leaning towards, was bacterial meningitis, but after they did the labs and, everything was normal, it was kind of like, well, she is dehydrated, she needs the fluids, and we'll just stay for the weekend.
But Ingrid was concerned about Alex's headache.
And so they ordered the CAT scan, and that's when, they found the tumor.
A subsequent MRI showed the tumor was not malignant. Rather, it was a cerebral arteriovenous malformation. Surgery was the only treatment for Alex, but it was not without risks.
There was a lot of risk. Stroke, she could have had several different neurological deficits, memory loss, and if it would have bled out, it could have, of course, death. She could have died from it.
The team at Children's moved quickly to schedule Alex with neurosurgeon James Johnston. As the Thompsons watched their daughter being rolled away to the operating room, they could not have imagined she would need 2 more surgeries before the week was over.
It was on her cerebellum, right here on the back, which is very close to the brainstem, which makes it a very, very difficult and dangerous location to do surgery on. If the remainder of it would have stayed in there, it could have refed itself. All of it had to come out. He had to go in 3 times. That's not anything any neurosurgeon wants to do.
Ingrid remembers seeing her daughter for the first time after that last surgery.
She opened her eyes and she said, "My name is Alex Thompson, and I am in Children's Hospital, and it is 2012, and I can stick my tongue out, and I can wiggle my toes." She had done her neuro check so many times over the course of her admission here, and so for her to open her eyes and do all that, and she didn't even have to be asked, and I just started jumping up and down.
Ross says his family was blessed, not only by the world-class medical care, but also by the chaplaincy program at Children's and visits with Chaplain Paul Bird.
He had some stones with him, and each stone has a word, and he had 2 stones that had the word hope on them. That touched us because our daughter's middle name is Hope. And Paul was describing to us that he never has 2 stones with the same word on it. So we took those stones and kept them with us the whole time, and we drew strength from that. There's always been something special about her. And to see her go through with the strength that she's had draws inspiration. She is just a pillar of strength for us all.